Parasocial behavior is whereby other people feel so close to you and you've never met them before. This is often seen with celebrities and influencers. They feel a sense of trust and familiarity with you just because they watch you. And oftentimes this parasocial behavior becomes pathogenic towards the influencer. For e.g., a stalker. A stalker somehow feels he's entitled to time and energy from this influencer because he watches all of his content, because he supports his content. Okay. Now, I get a very small dose of this, obviously, but enough for me to understand just how psychotic some of these individuals can be. And they often do know more about me than I know about myself. For example, my memory is not as good as to remember everything I've said online. These people have a better memory about what I said than myself. It's fucking crazy. Okay. Now, someone like an Andrew Tate obviously sees this parasocial behavior at its final form. But one of the reasons why this is becoming problematic for young men is because they don't realize that they are acting in this parasocial way. Yeah. They start reposting everything from their favorite influencer. They start, quoting their favorite influencer. I watched this video on Hormozy. I watched this video with Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan said it, but Joe Rogan said it. They don't realize how beta they're being. Now, a man that's invested in his own beliefs more than any other man is going to be the best definition of a masculine man. He carves out his own path. I'm not saying you can't learn from other men, but this lack of self-awareness that these young men have is putting them in a category of beta automatically by default because of this parasocial behavior. So my one tip for these men is stop paraphrasing other men, stop quoting other men, just steal it. Just steal what they say. Steal what I say. Do not give me any credit. You said it. You come up with it, not me.
So stop. So it's like everyone says. I've done so many podcasts where people say it's like Andrew Tate said.
Yeah, don't do that. What you want to do is don't discredit anyone, but don't credit anyone. Because if you tarnish someone, people are going to think you're either jealous or envious of that person you are attempting to tarnish. Don't give them any attention, but also don't credit people. Don't compliment people, at least not to the point where it seems like parasocial behavior, because that is also going to lower your status. And you notice, if you study these people that you look up to, and by all means, look up to people inside, but don't externally confess that you look up to these other male figures. All men are learning from other men, past and present. But don't reveal that you are. Take all of the credit. If there is anything I have ever said, my best advice to you is to steal it. Even steal it word for word. You know what? Steal it word for word. Throw it into ChatGPT and say this better than Daniel Pekic said it. Then spit it out on the internet. Take all the credit.
Wow, that's game.
That's game.
You are dropping game right now. You're dropping gems. Take what they say, put it to ChatGPT, rephrase it, and say that you said it.
Because your favorite influencers do exactly that.
Wow.
And if you know anything about your Machiavellis, your Nietzsches, your Youngs, your Dostoevskys, your Stoics, Jesus Christ, Prophet Muhammad, you will notice that your favorite influencers have studied all of them or most of them, and they are repackaging their teachings in modern form. But you don't know it because you haven't read these great philosophers from 500 to 2,000 years ago. You think they've come up with this philosophy. But no, all they did was repackage someone else's words, and took all the credit.
Genius. Because all this stuff has already been said. It's already been done, but you haven't heard it, right? So you've got a new audience that hasn't heard it.
Man, I get it all the time. I get inbox. I got 5 inboxes today. Yeah. Man, that's so great. I didn't think of it that way. Either did I. I read it and repackaged it.
Wow. Neither did I.